My roommate has been living in our apartment for free because I am dead. According to the city records, I died in a car accident 14 months ago. My roommate Sarah has been collecting my mail, cashing my work from home paychecks, and telling our landlord I am traveling for business. I discovered this yesterday when my credit card got declined buying coffee. 3 weeks ago, Sarah suggested we switch to her handling all our bills. You're so busy with your startup, let me help, she said. I transferred my half of rent and utilities to her account like always. My bank account showed a balance of $3.42 when I called the bank. The representative went silent. Ma'am, this account belongs to a deceased person. I'm going to need to report this fraudulent activity. I spent 6 hours proving I was alive. Right out, Sarah filed a death certificate with my name after a car accident victim with a similar name died last year. She changed one digit in the social security number. My employer had been depositing my paychecks into what they thought was an estate account. Sarah had power of attorney she'd forged using documents I'd carelessly left on my desk. The apartment lease was transferred to her name 8 months ago. Legally, I've been squatting in my own home. My startup investors received emails from my lawyer stating I'd passed away and my shares were being liquidated. Sarah had been negotiating to sell my 30% stake for $400,000. She'd even held a small memorial service. My college friends received invitations. Several sent flowers. My Instagram has 47 comments I never saw because she changed my password. When I confronted her, she was making dinner in my grandmother's cast iron pan. You are supposed to be at your conference until Thursday, she said, not even looking up. I know what you did. She kept stirring the pasta. Prove it. I called 911. The operator asked for my name. When I told her, she said, ma'am, making false reports is a crime. The police arrived and asked for my ID. It had been canceled. My passport was mysteriously missing. My birth certificate was lost when our apartment flooded 6 months ago. A flood I don't remember. Obituary from a legitimate newspaper where she paid for a fake listing. Bank statement showing she'd been paying all expenses for over a year. This woman is having a mental break, she told them. She's been stalking me since my roommate passed. It's grief-induced psychosis. They asked me to leave for my own apartment. I slept in my car, which is still registered to me only because Sarah couldn't forge the title transfer without the physical document I'd kept at my mother's house. Today I drove to my parents' house in Vermont. They nearly had heart attacks when I knocked on the door. Sarah said you died, my mother whispered, touching my face like I might disappear. She sent us your ashes. Here's an urn on their mantle with my name on it. My father, a retired attorney, made 3 calls by noon. We had a detective, a forensic document examiner, and a warrant. Sarah was arrested at 4 p.m., sitting in my apartment wearing my clothes, using my laptop to access my bank accounts. She'd done this before 3 times, 3 different cities, 3 dead roommates who took months to prove they were alive. The FBI got involved when they found she'd filed taxes for dead people across state lines. She'd stolen approximately $2.8 million over 6 years. My identity is slowly being restored. My credit is destroyed. My startup barely survived without me. Several friendships are awkward now that people mourned me, but I am legally alive again. Sarah's in federal custody. During her arrest, she said one thing. You were supposed to stay in Seattle until Thursday. If I hadn't come home early from that conference, I'd still be dead. The prosecutor says she was 2 days away from successfully selling my company shares. The buyer had already wired a deposit. My mom kept the urn. Evidence, she says, but sometimes I catch her looking at it, still not quite believing I am really here. I changed apartments. Live alone now. Jack my credit report weekly and I never ever let anyone handle my mail.